from Los Angeles, California, we're the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Oh! Hello there, friends! And welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name is Kevin Kraft, joined once again by a man who is full-blown nude from the waist down and is currently jacking his boner off with a fistful of Nickelodeon gack. That's Jeff Clark.
Hey, what's up? Is that the sticky stuff?
And
the slime. It's like the slime. Gack actually might have been... No, I'm thinking of Flown.
I haven't even introduced you, Shuddy.
Sorry.
Who is transmitting to us from a secret bunker underneath Eagle Stadium. That is the one and only bearded, booger-eating linebacker known as Shuddy Boy.
Yo. Blah, blah. So, Gack was the slime, but I didn't know that Gack was a slang term. Also for
cocaine. Yeah. I didn't learn that until older. Like, my friends were like, hey, you want to score some gack tonight? I'm like, the slime? Yeah. And they're like, no, dude, cocaine. I'm like, oh, still, yeah.
my reaction doesn't change any. My excitement is the same either way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's make it a real party. Slime and Coke.
That'd be awesome. You know what? We all have to really just cross our fingers right now that John Cooper is a hit beyond all of our wildest expectations, so I can throw gack and gack parties in the Hollywood Hills.
Gack squared.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my fucking infinity pool drained, and we're gonna fill that with Nickelodeon gack, and then we're gonna do a bunch of cocaine, jump in it, and then, unable to escape, drown.
Yeah, and this would have to be like The Hangover times 2. Isn't that the highest grossing rated R comedy ever? I have that right?
It might be. I don't know.
I saw it like 3 times in the theater. I loved that movie when it first came out.
Yeah, it is a solid one.
You guys probably like Barbie more though, huh?
No.
The Hangover is the highest grossing R-rated comedy of all time, according to the internet.
And Barbie was PG-13, Jeff, you idiot.
I'm just saying, what's a better movie, Barbie or The Hangover?
The Hangover.
Yeah.
Thank God. Guys.
Which, by the way, you did win the poll on Twitter. Starsky and Hutch got more votes than Barbie.
Probably wasn't by a wide enough gap than it should have been, but whatever. Guys got a big life development.
Did you shark?
Finally admitting to having a micro penis.
Nope, not going to publicly admit that. However, I guess this morning, the other day, like a week or so ago, I looked at my license plate and I noticed, because that's where the registration stickers are in California, that my registration had been expired since May of 2021. And I was driving around with an unregistered car. I had insurance though.
What a rebel you are!
You would think with how much California specifically, and Southern California likes to give tickets for absolutely anything they can, as evidenced by Kevin's 23 jaywalking tickets, that sometime in the last 3 years you would have gotten pulled over for having an expired registration.
You would think that. I didn't drive, well, I was going to say during the pandemic, but that was kind of coming out of the pandemic, right? May of 2021.
Yeah.
I don't drive that much. And after I realized this and started to get into the process of renewing my registration, when I had to drive around anyways with an unregistered car, I started trying to look for the stickers and man, is it that hard to see someone else's sticker or to see that they're driving an unregistered car? It actually is. Like they are small stickers, and it is something like you got to really be focused on. You think like how many fucking cars are on the street? I don't think a cop would ever really look at it.
They might.
So it kind of makes sense.
Several years ago, Pennsylvania got rid of the stickers on their plates.
Maybe, Jeff, there was a cop behind you who saw that your car was unregistered, and then they ran the plate, and they're like, well, he is a registered sex offender, so I guess it's a wash. He's registered for something. We got him in the system.
Man, you really crowbarred that lame-ass joke.
Yeah, and I don't even feel good about that joke.
That's because you're usually the one getting hit with that shrapnel.
Normally it's fun when we make those jokes about Jeff, but that did seem a little forced, Kevin.
Whatever, Shuddy.
I'll
be better when I make the similar one for you.
Okay.
I am closer to having my car registered. I'm not going to the DMV. Fuck that.
Wait, I thought you sent it in the group text that you were like, guys, I've officially registered my car. So you didn't?
Well, I've officially paid, and they've.
Oh, so they haven't sent you the new sticker.
They're processing the payment, but they have to send the sticker.
Yeah.
Which they didn't do when last time I renewed my registration. So who knows if I even get a sticker this time around.
I don't know. That's weird. Are you sure you're registering the right address?
I am very sure I'm registering the right address.
Because
that's like one of the first things I looked at, Kevin.
I've never got I don't have a reminder set or anything. I'm like, oh, it's been a year. Time to pay the DMV again. It's like they send the thingy, and I just write a check and send it back.
Wait, you write checks? You don't just do it online?
No.
It's kind of crazy. I haven't written a check in years. Well, whatever.
I haven't. It's probably been about 10 years since I've even had a check in my possession for my bank account.
I don't know if I've had a check since moving to California.
I write a handful of checks every year.
Get the fuck out of here, you weirdo.
I mean, I pay my taxes with checks.
I just do mine through TurboTax and my bank account.
Lucky you,
electronically. Man, you really are an old motherfucker, huh?
Yeah, pretty
Still
much.
writing checks. I was very surprised there was not a significant fine to register my car. It was only $483.
Yeah, because I think I told this story. Yeah, registration's expensive in California, Shuddy.
Yeah, I think it's like $150 to $200 regularly. So $483 for not doing it for 3 years is kind of like, oh, all right.
So they back charge you for the years you didn't register?
I'd have to assume so. It's not usually this expensive, and it goes by like car year and car model, I believe, right, Kevin? Like, do you remember what you get charged for registration?
I don't, but I know it's more than $150. It's fucking expensive every year. It's like a couple hundred.
Right. Yeah, I do think there was like a slight penalty there.
Because I think I told you guys about this when I first moved to LA. I just took my time of getting like California license and just officially changing over all my documents. And when I finally was just like, all right, it's been long enough. I got to go get this handled. I was honest on my forms about when I moved to LA, and they fucking fined my ass. And I think it was a lot. I think it was like they fined me like $1,000 for not fucking doing it day one when I moved here. I was like, God damn it, that's what you get for fucking.
That is insane. My registration, I didn't have anything to chime in on Jeff. The 3 years is a little much, but
yeah.
My registration expired in September, and I didn't renew it until the end of January.
Damn.
And I also drove around for approximately 2 months on an expired driver's license while the registration in the car was expired. So,
and you need to drive for your car or for your job, right?
Yeah, my driver's license expired after my birthday this past year, and I didn't realize it.
Yeah, if they're not on point with their letters being like, "Hey, you need to re-up your shit," I'm not remembering. I can't be left to my own devices.
It expired the end of December. I didn't renew it until the beginning of last week or a week and a half ago. So I have to go this week to have my new picture taken.
Well, you know what they say. Go get your DMV picture taken looking as high as possible. So that way, when cops pull you over, if you're super high, and then they look at the license, they're like, "Oh, that's just what this guy looks like."
You look normal.
Yeah. All right, everything checks out here. You barely have eyeballs. Good day, sir.
That's a great idea.
Speaking about moving to LA, I was just thinking back to when I got my med card, my first year having my med card, and how much weed has changed in LA. I don't know, but Jeff, you moved here not too long after I did, so you were around when you went to a dispensary, they would just have jars of all the different strains that were available, and they would pop them open, let you sniff them, and they'd be like, "All right, I'll take an eighth of that," and then they would just get those chopsticks, pluck buds out, weigh them on a scale, and then when it was like, "All right, that's an eighth," they'd scoop it up into one of those little plastic squeeze pop top bottles with a little printed label on it and just give it to you.
I'd still go to the place like that.
Oh yeah, because you go to one of those illegal ones.
We'll go. It's kind of like traditions, like my college bar. We'll talk about that in Easter egg.
You'll hear that later after the end theme. Yeah. But yeah. So now, after it went rec, they have everything is pre-weighed, pre-bagged, pre-sealed, and
super lame.
It's
all super lame.
But they're getting really fancy with the labels and stuff, and the bags that you could buy it in. They're getting real gimmicky, which makes a little giz come out of my pants.
My brother,
gimmick.
There's a MedMen by his barber shop that he used to go to re-up on gummies. My brother will do a gummy here or there.
Yeah.
And they temporarily closed it.
Why? For shady shit or non-compliance or whatever the fuck?
He said he looked it up and he said that they were doing really bad financially.
Oh, shit.
And on Google, it says temporarily closed.
Wow.
But I don't know the full story. I probably shouldn't have brought it up, so sorry.
I showed you guys that bag of Bible weed that I got, right?
No.
Think.
It was the standard weed packaging, but it was made to look like a book, and it had a flap that you would open, and then it looked like pages, like Bible pages, and the on the right hand side it was clear, so you could see through it and see the nugs, and it was really fucking good weed. It was 39% THC. It would knock you on your fucking ass, and that place is in Culver City, and I went there in person for the first time and saw just how gimmicky their shit has gotten. I texted you guys a picture of it, but this is the weed that I bought. For people not on YouTube, it is a bag perfectly in the shape of one of those Kikkoman soy sauce bottles. And
you're referring to something else on the bottle, right? I'm going through all of our pictures, seeing if I can find it.
Oh, the Bible stuff. But yeah, it has all the weed is just in this bottom portion here, and this is where the Ziploc thingy is.
Oh, the zip is in
the middle of it. Yeah.
So that all that up there is just
empty.
Fucking
it's just
off it out the window.
Yeah, all flap. And this was the last one they had. I bought the last one, but they had all these other crazy. They had one that was a gigantic gremlin just destroying Tokyo. And it had I don't understand how they get away with using registered IPs. I think I showed you guys that Lorax joint that I bought once. It's really? Dr. Seuss is chill with you guys selling Lorax joints? But
it's probably one of those ride it until somebody says something, and then we'll
Once
stop.
we get a cease and desist, we'll stop doing it.
Until the liquor authority finds out about this stuff.
Yeah. But I mean, even going back to old school MSPH days when we used to do baking with Jeffy cakes all the time, that was also kind of like a sign of the times. It almost used to be like a gimmick, like, hey, come check out our dispensary. We have medicated ice cream. We have medicated honey straws, like medicated frozen pizzas. And I used to go spend all this time on Weed Maps looking around for new things I could buy for the next session of Baking with Jeffy Cakes. And it got to a point where, like, I think we fucking tried everything. And I was thinking about it when I was at the dispensary this time, and I think that was just a fad. It was like a weed fad. You know, like they threw everything in the kitchen fucking sink at us, edible-wise, and everybody's just like, yeah, you know what, we like gummies. And now everything is just gummies. There's no cool things to carry on the torch of Baking with Jeffy Cakes.
So the selection of edibles has gone down?
Yeah, it's pretty much just all these different brands of gummies. And they've got some pretty like strong ones. Like Carl got these ones that were they almost look like Starburst, but the guy was like, these taste really good. They're the ones that taste the most like candy, and they're pretty diesel. They're pretty hearty. And they look like Starburst, but they have almost like Nerds pressed into the top of them. So it's crunchy and chewy. And I think I might still be high from the one that I ate last night. And I haven't had a chance to try them, but we discussed this once when they got introduced on MSPH. And I found the Mike Tyson ear edibles.
I'm so fucking angry that you haven't tried them. It's been like 2 days. And you
Baking
obviously
cakes?
You don't deserve them if you haven't tried them yet.
Good one. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to try them because I'm useless once I get stoned. So I save it for the end of the night. And when I ate that, I wanted to try that other one because they were like, they have 10 milligrams of THC, but also 5 milligrams of CBN, which is like the super heavy sleepy stuff, which I think is why it knocked me out so quick and fucking, I'm still feeling hazy, over 12 hours later. Yeah, it got me good. But we talked about these Mike Tyson edibles when they launched them, and I don't even think you could get them in California. But they're ears. They're gummy ears, and they all have a chunk taken out of them, making fun of the assault he performed on Evander Holyfield.
Yes.
Good job, Kevin. Good job, buddy.
Sports. So, what flavor are those?
So they're green apple.
Okay, that would make sense based on the packaging.
10 milligrams a pop. And when I was asking the bud tender about them, and she was like, yeah, they're just gummies. They are made with solventless ice water hash, but nobody buys them because they look like ears. It's like, really? That's like a
buys them. That's the drawback. Is like, I don't want the ear gummies.
Yeah, I wonder if
people... seems to be why I would want to buy them.
Yeah. Do people not get the reference? Do they not get the joke? Do they not know that they're Mike Tyson edibles?
These two gummies are exactly the same, but this bag is round and this bag is ears with a bite taken out of them. I'll take the ears, please. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I guess it's a turnoff to people. She said they don't really sell. So I fucking bought a bag of them. But no, we can't do baking with Kevin cakes because we all know what happens when I get high. I shut the fuck up. I get all weird and quiet, and it doesn't go well with podcasting.
Are they big or are they?
They feel, they feel a little bigger than most 10 milligram gummies. But I don't know. The fucking terminology of a lot of this shit is annoying too. Like, oh, it's got terpenes. Like, they should have come up with cooler words for like pot science.
Well, terpenes is a plant term in general. So that's why it's used.
They should change that. If it's in weed, change it to something cooler. Like slappy doinks. Like, oh man, this thing's got so much slappy doinks in it.
That's so much better. Slappy doinks.
I mean, it sounds better than terpenes.
Yeah,
maybe
there
not.
does need
maybe
to be
not.
some slang. I don't know.
But
yeah, I can't create a new word for this.
I'll treat it like a cliffhanger. Next week on MSPH, I'll report back. I'll eat one of these motherfuckers tonight. Enough time to where it won't just like put me to sleep, where I'll have to stay up and be all stoned with it.
I think what you should do is you should eat one as you're editing this episode.
Ugh, no, man. I don't want to have another mistake episode go up.
And then everybody will know how good they are by the quality of the episode that gets put out.
I can't play with the Puminati's heart like that. I can't have them be the victims of my low weed tolerance.
Do you think it's that low? Or do you think you can, or is it getting back up there?
How would it get back up there? I don't think so.
I will say this. It hasn't been getting worse. My weed tolerance plummeted, but it's been holding steady at bitch-made level. I haven't quite reached narc yet, which is like another step down.
Carl won't let you, huh?
My biggest issue is like the first high of the day. So like the first time I get stoned for the day, I'm just like my brain just flies out of my ass and I'm a fucking idiot. But then once I sort of bounce back and get high, like if I start my marijuana ingesting a little earlier than in the day, I can get stoned again and I won't be like I thought you had a question, Shuddy. Sorry.
Wait, you should wake and bake and then get in the shower, and that's
not a bad idea.
Even you out a little bit.
Is that what you do, Shuddy?
Allegedly.
All right. Maybe I'll try that tomorrow.
Believe it or not, I actually usually don't wake and bake. In the weekends I will, but not in the weekdays.
Man, I mean, speaking of eating things, Geoff, I got to give you props on your piecaken snack attack on the Patreon.
Jesus, we're back on the piecaken for a third fucking time.
I just snack attack.
I thought we just talked about it in the Easter egg.
Gave me.
Didn't we talk about it in the Easter egg, Shuddy?
We did, and in the text. That's all. I was just. That would be 3. This is 3rd.
Right.
Shuddy's
pissed.
Shuddy's being a real fucking
I'm
bitch today.
not really pissed. Jesus.
Look what you did, Kevin, you piece of shit. Yeah, I did. I just ate Carl's matcha strawberry ganache cookie. Pretty good. Not nearly as good as her chocolate on chocolate and chocolate chip. The chocolate chip that she included in the recent batch of cookies was just, it was divine. Yeah. And that's really a word I almost never use.
They're god tier. Her cookies are fucking legit.
You remember that scene in Casino when Robert De Niro gets pissed at these chefs in the kitchen for not having enough blueberries and the blueberry muffin? And he thought every muffin should have, every bite of the muffin should have blueberries.
Yeah.
It felt like he gave a similar speech to Carl about her chocolate chip cookies. The first time they were fucking great. The next time with all those chocolate chips, it was just like a top tier cookie. One of the goats.
Well, she'll be pumped to hear that. I mean, that piecaken, because you told us about it when we went out to dinner, which for people who aren't subscribers to the Patreon or familiar with a piecaken, Geoff, what the fuck is that thing?
It's the turducken of cakes.
Yeah, it's like a dessert version of a turducken. The one that I got was a red velvet piecaken. My lady actually requested we do that for Valentine's Day. So I had a pretty chill Valentine's Day.
That's a keeper.
Yeah. but it's one layer. The bottom layer is chocolate pecan pie. The middle layer is cherry swirl cheesecake. The top layer is a red velvet cake. It's all fused together with a vanilla buttercream frosting, and there's red and white sprinkles all over the cake. The thing, I think it weighs 6 pounds. It's a fucking, and there's only one size. Like, you can't buy different sizes of it. So we bought the one that feeds 12 people.
So when you take a bite, will you take the fork and just slide it down the pointy triangle tip and get a bite of all 3 cake pie?
I have to lay it on its side if I'm going to try to get all 3. But yeah, I've done that.
And eating in one single bite, buttercream frosting, red velvet cake, cherry cheesecake, and chocolate pecan pie. All those flavors together in one bite. That works?
It did. Yeah, and I know there's some logic to where too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. And I don't know specifically. I can't think of like a specific example where that applies, but it doesn't apply here to the piecaken. It was fucking bomb. I gave it a really high score, partially on how it tasted, and the other part and just like the fucking execution, the idea behind it. But yeah, it came together great and it tasted delicious. I usually wouldn't I wouldn't try to get all 3 layers, whatever, into one bite. Most times I'm just like chipping away at the fucking piecaken as I eat it. But I mean, it was good no matter how you enjoy your piecaken. Not sure.
Finish your thought, because maybe
I was gonna say not sure if I'll ever do it again.
Oh, it's too much.
I might bring it to the. I have to redeem myself next Thanksgiving if my brother's girlfriend will have me back. But maybe I'll bring a piecaken there.
This cake represents the diversity of this crowd, as you can see.
You're going to redeem yourself by bringing a dessert that's as diverse as the guests.
Yeah, we have 3 different cakes here, 3 different desserts, just like we have 3 different ethnicities here at this dinner.
It is the piecaken that unites us.
Is it worth the cost when compared to other cakes that you've had?
No. Just because it is so much. Like, it costs $100, but I've been doing well and not so well in the NBA. It did really well in the NFL. I've been killing it in golf lately. So I was like, fuck it. I'm springing out. I'm hitting the piecaken for Valentine's Day. My lady wants it. She's going to get it.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a Valentine's Day. That's a fair expense for Valentine's Day.
It's like, hey, here's the piecaken.
$100 for a cake. That thing better knock your socks off.
Yeah. Did you giz it all?
Yeah, I had a massive food chub. I'll give you that.
Okay.
It was delicious. I mean, if you're not worried about the $100, then Hideki helped me out last week, so I wasn't that worried about the $100. Fuck it, whatever. It's a once in a lifetime type thing. Piecaken. Okay. I mean,
it is fun to say.
I'm gonna have to buy the turducken off of Goldbelly, because I feel like I gotta try that once. If I eat the piecaken, I gotta do the turducken.
So they actually sell like a turducken that you can prep yourself. Like, they shove a duck's head up a turkey's ass, and then that turkey.
I've looked into them. They're expensive too.
I think they're $200. The gourmet. All right, it's a gourmet butcher block all Madden turducken is $200.
God damn.
Well, if it's the all Madden, that means it has 4 legs now.
It's like the human centipede of Thanksgiving.
Comes with a side of dressing. Oh, no, it doesn't. Yeah, it's $20 more for a side of dressing.
Oh.
Serves 20 to 25 people.
Wow. That's a lot of bird.
So when you break it down at $200 for 20 people, that's $10 a person. That's not all that.
Yeah, it's not terrible if you
reasonable.
Got a big crowd coming over for Thanksgiving, and you don't want to do a ton of prep. Seems like. What do you have? Is it pre-cut, or do you just pop like this weird human centipede abomination in your oven and just set? Oh, all right. Shuddy's about to show us. YouTube viewers, you can. Oh, weird.
Dude, the dressing actually looks pretty interesting too. You can get cornbread, shrimp rice, crawfish, should be crabfish, broccoli casserole, potato stuffing, and rice stuffing. Or rice dressing, excuse me.
All of
crawfish
that.
And shrimp. Yeah, sorry.
Thanks, sir. But it's $20 per side.
Crawfish and shrimp. Etafui. I think I would do I would just go basic bitch cornbread dressing, honestly. Shrimp rice is a little too, and crawfish rice a little too exotic for me. I don't want to risk that.
Broccoli casserole dressing is where would be leaning.
Oh man, Geoff just barfed in his mouth. Vegetables. Fuck that.
Probably stay away from that one, but I can't hate your choice. You can get three sides.
Yeah. So $260.
Yeah.
I don't think 3 quarts of the dressing though is enough for the 20 people. Well, maybe.
Can I get like a fucking party ball of dressing?
Well, my brother's girlfriend's Thanksgiving party, like everyone brought some food. So like even if one of the dressings that I bought just weren't a hit, it wouldn't be like a detriment to the dinner.
Dude, if you show up next year at Thanksgiving with a turducken and a piecaken, they will
and a sombrero.
It's like you're the head of the family now.
You're now the patriarch.
Yeah.
Damn right. Start calling me T.O. Jeff.
All of our last name has just become Clark.
This is gentrification with the turducken.
Gentrification via piecaken and turducken.
Oh man. 16 to 18 pounds this motherfucker is. I really want to do it. I'm just a little nervous that I'm going to get there and no one's going to eat it.
I think at that point you would have to force them. Yeah. Just like get like serving a wedding cake. Just get a whole bunch of plates, cut some turducken on it, and just hand it out to everybody. Be like, "Oh, you ate this, you motherfucker! I want to watch."
I guess the all Madden turducken is made in New Orleans.
Oh, that just got more points. New Orleans. Yeah. I mean, I legit, the day after I watched your piecaken video, Geoff, I did have a dream about piecakens. Like I found one at Ralph's, I went to buy it, and the people checking out were so like amazed that a piecaken exists. They called all the employees over, and everybody was like marveling at it. And then they all started like touching it with their hands and like handling it, and I got bummed out and then woke up. But it did have a profound effect on me.
On Goldbelly, other recommendations based on my looking at the turducken is the Commander's Palace pecan pie.
Oh, do tell, Shuddy.
Commander's Palace has a whole. You can get their turtle soup. I feel like we've done this before.
That's
Kevin went to Commander's Palace when he was out in New Orleans.
For a second, I thought that was like the term of the like a treat they had. Like
no.
I completely forgot about
from Commander's Palace.
Okay, I was gonna say I was like that sounds familiar, but wow, that sounds like a marvel of confection.
Spiced sugarcane lacquered quail is something you can get on Goldbelly from Commander's Palace.
Man.
Yeah, man, I got most of their fucking. They got a lot of stuff here. Veal chop. Oh man. Wild shrimp and cognac.
Hey, it's not just called a veal chop, Jeff. It's not just called a veal chop. Don't do that shit when somebody else is looking at exactly what you're looking at too. Come on, try it. You know what? Yeah, while you're sounding it out, I'm gonna text it in the group chat so Kevin can see the word. That
cool. We got some fun words going on.
Oh my god, yeah.
This is a tough one.
Okay.
This is beyond tough. I don't even.
Whoa.
I don't even know.
Is that fucking Greek? Veal chop. Veal chop chapatulas.
I mean, that's pretty close to where I would have gone with it.
The T's got to be silent, right?
It has.
Silent.
I mean,
veal chop chapatulas.
How many words start with a TCH? To
I
chop.
don't even know.
Is it like King T'Challa?
When I start typing in TCH in the Google Chrome browser, it doesn't like autofill to anything. There's Shiitakis, which is
Chapatulas. You said it pretty close to. It's a street in Louisiana, in New Orleans.
Wow!
What a pain in the ass block.
Yeah, for real. Good luck with that when Siri's telling you which street to turn on. Turn right on
She stutters like me.
Yeah, I'm out of here. You figure it out.
If we would have clicked on it, Jeff, it would have given a phonetic pronunciation of the word.
Oh, yeah, I see. Chapatulas, yeah. All right.
Man.
I never knew Emerald was a executive chef Commander's Palace.
At one point. Yes, sir.
I don't think I knew that either. Man, this is gonna fucking turn this into like a reoccurring dream for me.
I am now officially fucking starving.
I'm gonna dream nightly about fucking turduckens
getting
and piecakens.
By a turducken and a piecaken?
Yeah, shove a piecaken up my ass whilst I eat a turducken. And then you can pour gravy on my head. Bukkake me with gravy. I want to be cream pied in my pee hole with gravy and vanilla buttercream frosting. Feel free to chime in at any moment, fellas.
No, I just figured we just...
I was like, you talked that one out.
Yeah.
I was just
having green magic.
Okay.
Just having some fun over here. Have you guys ever had like a reoccurring dream?
No.
I typically don't remember my dreams.
I usually don't either, but my reoccurring ones stick with me. And
yeah. Makes sense.
The one that just keeps I can't fucking shake is just so goddamn weird. It's almost
it's not the piecaken, right?
No, I've only had that one once so far. But like I think I just have my own version of you're at school and you look down and you're in your underpants. Like my version of that is I'm just going about my daily life where I'm having a conversation with somebody or I'm talking to my mom, and then all of a sudden I lose control of my body and I pull my penis out and I start urinating in inappropriate places. Like it's almost always I piss in a sink or I piss in a trash can in front of people.
And you don't piss your bed?
It happened once when I was 13.
Right. We talked about, I remember talking about this. I remember the last time I pissed my bed was, when I was around that age, 11 or 12, we'll say. Actually, whatever, around that age, 13 maybe. And I had a dream that I was pissing on the White House lawn. I just let it go. I wasn't even really I had no political thoughts at that point. So I don't know why I was there, but that's where I was.
The people in the house were like, yeah, Jeff, last night you were just like, oh, take that, Clinton.
Bill Clinton.
Take that, Clinton. Take that, Clinton. Oh, no. Yeah, mine was, I went into school and my buddy Ben was in the boys' room and there was a hole in the ceiling and a hole in the floor and there was just this constant stream of water flowing down it. And he was pissing on it. And he's like, dude, check this out. This is awesome. Come piss on this. I was like, okay. And I walked over and I started pissing. And then I wake up and I'm fucking mid-piss, pissing my fucking self on my great-grandma's couch. And that's luckily the only time it's ever happened. But I have so many piss dreams. And they always come out of nowhere. Like I don't know, all these fucking people, they talk about that lucid dreaming where when you realize you're in a dream and then you can control it. I'm the most gullible person on earth, and I never realize, no matter how absurd the things happening around me are, I'm never like, oh, this is a dream. It's just like, oh, man, shit's getting weird. And then I fucking whip my dick out and start pissing in a trash can. And it's never like just brushed over. People are all weirded out, and I'm just like, I'm locked eyes. Like I'm locked eyes with my mom while I'm pissing in a trash can, and I can't stop it. And I know how weird it is. My internal monologue the entire time is, why the fuck am I doing this? Why am I pissing in this trash can in front of my mom? But I guess I should be grateful that I'm not actually pissing the bed while all this is happening.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm the only motherfucker that has the same dream over and over again?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I can't remember pretty much any of my dreams.
Yeah.
We've talked about that. It's I think some of that has to do you don't really dream when you're high, right? When you go to sleep high. And I usually go to sleep high.
That's what they say. They say that weed can be like a dream suppressant.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's my excuse. Whether it's valid or not, who knows?
I mean, I'm high. I don't know. I would say 360 nights out of the year. And I don't dream all that often, which is good. You know, my life has taken some weird turns. Sometimes my dreams are sad, and I'm like, could have done without remembering that one.
I don't need that one.
Yeah. I'll go back to fucking pissing in trash cans rather than go through that again. But yeah, there's got to be some sort of, like, if there was a dream journal, a dream interpretation thing. Like, what? Actually, let me look that up real quick. We can go on a learning journey together. The three of us in the Puminati. Let's see.
Let's learn.
Recurring dreams. How should I phrase this? Reoccurring dreams about urinating in public? Urinating in front of people? What do you think? Urinating in front of people.
Yeah, peeing in public. Do urinating. No one fucking says urinating.
I don't know. I feel like people get all formal when they Google things. Oh, come on. I don't want to fucking read this. This sucks. What? I really fucking dug myself in a hole here. All right. Okay.
Is it an Oedipus complex?
No, it's... Similarly, dreams about peeing in front of others can sometimes be linked to shame or discomfort around sexuality and sexual expression. Which... You know, who knows? Anything can happen, but I'm going to err on the side of no, that is not the case.
I was going to say, that's not one thing that I've ever known you to be embarrassed about.
Yeah.
Even remotely.
Dreams about peeing in public often tap into our deepest insecurities and fears of being judged or rejected by others. That's fair. That seems a little bit more on brand.
Yeah.
But these dreams can also be an opportunity to confront these feelings head on and start letting go of the shame and embarrassment that hold us back. Peeing is a vulnerable act that we usually do in private, but when we dream about doing it in front of others, it can be a sign that we're ready to embrace vulnerability as a path to deeper intimacy with those around us. So maybe, if I ever do have another incident like I did on my great-grandma's couch, and I have another one of those piss dreams, and I piss all over Carl's ass in my sleep, I'll just be like, no, you don't understand. This is me subconsciously becoming more vulnerable and embracing more intimacy with you. And then she won't be mad.
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly how that'll go.
Dreams about peeing can also be a way for our bodies to release negative emotions and energy that have been building up inside of us. Maybe that's
also on brand. It could be all of the above.
See, who says this podcast isn't educational?
And maybe you're ashamed of jerking off on your knees, and that's why you pee in your dreams.
Maybe. If I start pissing on my knees in my dreams, then it's going to get really weird. Jeff.
Yeah.
You mentioned your golf winnings.
Right. I started a new tradition after yesterday's golf win.
So is this like a tradition now? So every time you win a golf bet, you do this activity?
Yes. It's every time I win a golf outright bet, though. So that's hard.
So that's when you put a putter up your butthole, right? That's the new tradition.
Yeah.
Look at me.
The bottom end first.
I'm Flappy Gilmore.
Now, to celebrate my golf win, I cook little mama a piece of bacon. After she eats it, we walk to the beach. I smoke a cigar while listening to Jay-Z or Outkast.
God,
That's the tradition.
You're such a cheese ball.
Yeah.
I like it.
Felt pretty
cool.
It. I felt pretty cool doing it yesterday after my boy Jake Knapp won the Mexico Open.
Do you still feel cool when you take a drag off the cigar and cough?
I only coughed once and no one was around, but I felt like a pussy for a minute.
All right, I got to switch off the Jay-Z and listen to some Spice Girls for a little bit after that.
Yeah, no, for sure. Jay-Z wouldn't cough smoking a cigar. You were saying the cigars look phallic? You think they look stupid, right?
A little phallic.
Shuddy thinks they look cool.
Yeah, I'm outvoted on that one. I think smoking cigars looks a little phallic.
Okay.
You look a little phallic.
And then the only way I think it looks cool is like a fat cabbie with, what are those Irish hats? The flat ones. The flat.
I don't know.
Not Kangol.
Like
the lamer version of a Kangol. Maybe a beret.
I mean, a beret?
Shuddy, do you know what Kangol hats are called? You know, like Q-tips or cotton swabs?
I'm trying to figure it out.
I used to have a Kangol hat when Jordan was rocking them.
Remember that fucking kid
Scally caps.
Scally caps. Holy shit. You know that kid in Christmas Story who kind of looks...
flat caps.
Not Scut Farkas. His little buddy that looks like he grew up to be the singer of AC/DC. You know that kid? Like if that kid grew up to be a fat cabbie and dressed the same way, and he had one of those skinnier cigars that's like all chewed up, and then the end of it looks like Bugs Bunny put an exploding thingy in it. That's the only way I think cigars look cool. Biggie's got... Shuddy's showing us one of his Biggie Smalls toys that has a scallywag. What's it called again?
Scally cap. Boston Scally cap.
Boston Scally cap.
Oh, man. Brixton has one of these. It's like $60. I might have to get one.
To go with your cigars? Come on, little mama. Grab your bacon. I'll grab my scallywag hat. We're going to the fucking beach.
Yeah. Just want a goddamn golf tournament, little mama.
Well, I mean, look. We bust each other's balls here, but I am the last person who should be casting stones over ritualistic behavior. So I'm fully on board with it. If that's your fun ritual, I don't
hate it.
I'm fully on board with it.
I'm not hurting anyone.
No.
I don't puff and inhale when I'm walking past kids.
I mean, even though I just goofed on fucking smoking cigars, my ritual after I would do stand up and did a good show was way lamer than that. I would go home and smoke a bowl and watch an episode of Naruto. So, infinitely cooler.
You had me up until Naruto.
Yeah. I lost you on the second of two activities in my ritual.
Going home, that sounds cool. Smoking a bowl, all right. Watching Naruto. Okay.
I'm out.
Yeah. 67% of the way there, though. 2/3 I can get behind.
But hey,
just have to get off the train before the last stop.
Speaking of Naruto, anybody who is on the $10 tier of our Patreon, Geoff and I are putting out a new Dragon Ball Queef this Friday. So, March 1st, for anybody who's been awaiting the return of Dragon Ball Queef. We don't have an episode picked yet, but to make up for the last one that Geoff had to suffer through, which was... What was it? You fucking hated it.
It was Nugatulus. Hold on. I have them in a sheet here.
The last one was really, really landed with a thud for Geoff. Oh, it was One Piece.
One Piece. Oh, yeah.
Geoff fucking hated One Piece. Probably the worst thing that Geoff had to watch throughout Dragon Ball Queef. So,
did you ever talk to Arts about it? He's a big One Piece guy. What did he say?
He said he guarantees he has One Piece episodes he could show you that you would like.
Guarantee. Okay, well, he's not going to get a chance, but all right, cool.
Yeah, that's kind of what I told him too. But
guarantees, all right.
This next episode, since Geoff suffered so much through the first episode of One Piece, all the Puminati chimed in and gave us selections to choose from of ultra super horny anime. So Geoff 100% will see tit. It'll be a sleazy, disgusting, horny anime. And that will be available on our Patreon March 1st. So, check it out. Shit. That just sparked something in my head, and it went away. God damn it. Oh, well. I do have some audio to play for you guys.
Oh.
So, on Friday, while I was getting ready, I had a rare Poop Slime Alley daytime appearance from a Rambler. And I don't think it's the $1 trillion man, but there is a chance. I don't know. So I kind of cut it down to the greatest hits, and I could play it for you guys. And I guess the fun will be, A, is it the $1 trillion man? And B, what the fuck is he saying? Because there's no clear, y'all bitches are stupid, 11 what trillion, none of that stuff. It is just, but very, very angry. Lots of swearing. I think he might have dropped the F word, which seems pretty common with the homeless people that are very angry and vocal and yelling. They really like
fuck a lot.
No, the other one. They really like their slurs. The white homeless people that are running around angry and having a bad reaction to something, they're always dropping the F word and the N word. And the black guys are usually dropping the F word. And now that I think about it, the N word as well. So here's potentially the $11 trillion man. Or maybe a new character.
Why you good over the fuck? Faggot. This was the monkey that was for you. Fuck out of here, nigga. You funny. You funny like you put a funny bubble on it.
That was a good one. It was like, are you fronting? Sharpie the filly in the flabbity boo boo.
I couldn't make out a single word that guy fucking
I
just
am
said.
going to say that it is not the $11 trillion man.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I feel like he does have a softer voice.
At all, you fuck my rape my kids and then just the ones that jump.
Made like a laser noise.
Hey, how the guns that game? Oh my god, they snap on you. What? They scared to die. Permanently. Why you scared of me?
Why are you scared of me? I understood that one.
Yeah, I think that might have been the only part I could make out. But like I was getting ready. I had just gotten out of the shower. I was getting dressed. I hear this guy flipping out. I'm like, oh, all right, I'll just open up my voice memos, hit record, leave it on the windowsill while I'm finishing up my shit. And when it came time to leave, I had to drive down Poop Slime Alley to get the fuck out of there. And this fucking guy is still out there in the middle of the street doing fucking karate. Like in the middle of Poop Slime Alley. So I'm like, shit, I can't honk at him. That's going to piss him off. And then he might attack my car. So maybe if I go real slow.
Reverse down the back the other way?
No,
down the alley back.
I squeezed around him, and I was like trying to time it perfectly, and I miscalculated, and he fucking did a roundhouse kick as I was going by, and he just missed kicking my mirror. But I got away. But that guy was pissed. Fucking pissed.
If he had kicked your mirror, what would you have done? Would you have just kept going?
Yeah. What would you have done? Stopped and be like, hey, we have to exchange insurance information now, sir.
Well, baseball bat out, teach him a lesson.
Oh, no. If I can't
you wouldn't have busted out Kevin Karate Craft on him.
Nope. I'm not going to do that because anybody could beat me up. I would say 99.8% of the world could beat me up. And
99.9% of the homeless.
Yeah. And then if you give me a bat, I would say the odds go up to 100% chance of me getting beaten up because they will take that bat and then use it against me.
That increases your chances of possible death.
Yeah. So I would just they'd be like, all right, he kicked my fucking mirror off. I'm just going to floor it and get the fuck out of here. That's all you can really do. But Shuddy.
Yes.
Am I correct in thinking that you have a game for us?
I do have a game for you.
Is it okay if we play it now?
I'm ready to go when you are.
Oh, whoops. I almost tricked me. Almost played the wrong one.
Letterboxd, it's Letterboxd, the D stands for dicks. It's the Letterboxd game.
If I'm remembering correctly, I think Geoff fucking whooped my ass on the last one.
He did. We'll see if he has the same lunch.
My bad. I was just going to ask what the theme was the last time that I beat him, if you remember.
I don't remember, but there is a theme this time, and we'll see if Geoff can win Oscar 2024 edition Letterboxd.
Oh, shit.
What's the theme? I should remember this. This is one of my best moments in recent MSPH history.
Well, you'll just have to trounce me again and remember the theme this time.
Make a new memory.
Yeah.
Love it. Let's do it.
Oh.
Geoff, as the winner last time, do you want to go first or second on the first?
First.
Okay. First person is Cillian Murphy.
Ooh. Ooh. There's a lot to choose from. A lot of potential winners here.
It's only movies, right? Like Peaky Blinders doesn't count?
Correct.
I'll go Batman Begins. Keep it simple.
Kevin, your turn.
All right. I will just take Oppenheimer then.
So Batman Begins is number 6.
I forgot he was in Oppenheimer.
Where's the Dark Knight Rises?
Number 5. Dunkirk was number 4. Inception was number 3. The Dark Knight was number 2. Oppenheimer was number 1.
Yeah, Jesus, Geoff.
Good job, Kevin.
You know what? To make this a fair fight, Geoff goes first the next time, too.
Okay, so for that, Geoff, Paul Giamatti.
You goddamn motherfucker.
Yeah, I want to say Private Parts.
You want to, but will you?
I mean, that's my favorite Paul Giamatti. I'll say The Negotiator.
Howard Stern, you goddamn motherfucker.
Oh, man, the way he's looking, that is way down there. All right. But I'm going with The Negotiator.
God damn it,
like a fucking idiot.
Okay, Kevin.
Can't fuck this up, Kevin.
Well, now that Geoff is already gone, I can sort of show my work. So if you look at the superhero aspect of it, he was in Amazing Spider-Man 2. But I know people didn't give a ton of love to the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies. You've got Sideways, always a crowd pleaser. That one could be very high. But I do feel like I'm whiffing on something big. Holdovers got nominated for some shit. Usually new stuff that's really popular can overtake older stuff. Oh, ball sacks. You know what? I will just go with the Holdovers.
So the Negotiator was number 33. We should change this game to who can get one of the least popular movie on the list.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I should be able to get points for they get the booby prize.
The reverse Letterboxd game? That sounds fun.
Where was Private Parts?
I would say 10. That would be my guess.
Private Parts was even lower than The Negotiator.
Oh, shit.
8, 9, 10, 11,
Wow.
12. So Private Parts was number 50.
Oh! Yeah, I guess the Letterboxd crowd there's probably not much overlap with Stern fans.
So, possible movies that you guys could have said that would not have scored points. Straight Outta Compton was number 8.
Ooh, forgot about that.
The Hangover Part 2 was number 6.
Oh, shit. I didn't remember him being in that.
Yeah, me neither.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was number 4.
Okay.
Number 3, Saving Private Ryan.
Fuck, again, forgot he was in that. I got to give that a rewatch.
Number 2 was The Holdovers.
All right,
so
so
a
a
little
little
bit
bit
of
of points.
And number 1 is The Truman Show.
No shit.
I forgot he was in that one.
So did I. I don't even, now it's Paul Giamatti was in The Truman Show. I can't even picture who he played.
Yeah,
Saving Private
Ryan. It's a bullshit one.
Bradley Cooper.
I'll go Guardians of the Galaxy.
The first one?
Yeah.
I'll go...
If you go Maestro like a bitch, you
I'm
make
not
me
going
sick.
Maestro. I'm not going Maestro. I don't know if Maestro has enough heat on it to break past the Marvel ceiling, you know? I think I'll do Avengers Infinity War.
Maestro was number 14. So
Ooh.
good on you, neither of you, for falling into that trap.
I was going to go Silver Linings Playbook. That was my other one.
Silver Linings Playbook was number 10.
Oh, A Star is Born, too. That probably would. How does that rank?
Number 8.
What the fuck? All right. Hopefully I picked the right one. I don't know.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 was number 5. Volume 3 was number 4. The original Guardians of the Galaxy was number 3, so Geoff does score a point.
Ow!
However, coming in at number 1, Avengers Infinity War.
You think I know what herring means?
So through 3 rounds, Kevin is up 8-1. But there's plenty of game left. Geoff. Emma
Let's
Stone.
let Kevin go first this time.
You don't want to go first on Emma Stone?
He needs it. I gotta switch up the juju.
Okay. Emma Stone, huh? Wow. There's and I can't even really show my work here because then it'll tip Geoff off. But there's a lot of contenders for that top 3.
Yeah, just go through a couple of them.
Yeah, remind me who Emma Stone is again. I'll go The Favorite.
What the fuck is that movie? I'll go La La Land.
In a stunning turn of events, Kevin picks a movie that is not even in the top 4.
Oh.
The Favorite at number 6.
Fuck.
Wow.
Interesting phrasing you chose, too. It's not even in the top 4. It came in at number 6.
Well, because you have a top row. So that's why I said top 4. Because it's in second row. Number 3, MSPH favorite. Superbad.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was waffling back and forth on.
That's the layup. That's the easy one that he could have easily gotten.
Well, also another layup could have been number 2, which is the movie she's nominated for, Poor Things.
I feel like that's Bush League. Kevin's done that twice already, picking nominations from the Oscars this year.
More like porn things.
Geoff coming in with 3 points for La La Land.
Oh!
What's the suck, Dylan?
How many more questions do we have? I could catch Kevin.
There are 3 in the main game, and then there's
Parmesan
one for funsies that'll be worth a lot of points.
Okay.
Kevin, you can go first again.
No, okay. All right, fine.
Well, I'll let you run the game. However you want to do it, Shuddy.
Well, I mean, you were up until that time. It's your choice. I'll give you your choice. I'm not going to steer the game in any direction. Winner's choice if they want to go first or let the other person. So you pick, Geoff.
I'll go second again.
All right, Kevin. Emily Blunt.
Oh, Emily Blunt. A blunt I would like to smoke.
I was just talking about her with my lady. She's like one of the few actresses who I actually really like.
Yeah, she kicks ass.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got some pretty cool action/horror movies under her belt. Oh God, Geoff, you fucking fart knocker. Oppenheimer.
You make me sick, pussy.
You could have gone first and taken it.
I'll go. I kind of want to go Charlie Wilson's War, but I won't. I will go The Quiet Place.
So I don't even know where Charlie Wilson's War is on the list. It's not in the top 12, and I'm not going to go looking for it because one of you got number 1, one of you got number 2. Number 3 was The Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, wow. Forgot about that. Yeah, that's a popular one.
However, Oppenheimer was number 1. A Quiet Place was number 2.
Suck on my dick!
What the fuck is a man?
Could have swore Emily Blunt was naked in Charlie Wilson's War.
You just spanked me like a dumb little baby.
All right. Kevin, do you want to go first or second for Jodie Foster?
I'll go second.
Jodie Foster, Geoff. He's thinking very hard.
I'll go Silence of the Lambs.
Well,
Kevin.
That's got to be the number 1.
I don't know that.
So I'll try and snag number 2 and go with Taxi Driver.
And you did, in fact, secure number 2, Kevin, with Taxi Driver.
And
Jeff got number 1 with Silence of the Lambs.
Very hard.
Rounding out the top 3, Panic Room.
Oh, great mushroom movie. Great mushroom movie.
Really?
Have you ever seen Panic Room, Kevin?
I saw it in the theater.
Movie kicks ass.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Fincher, yeah.
Jeff, do you want to go first or second for Ryan Gosling?
I'll go first.
Okay, what's your choice?
Am I stupid for not picking Barbie? Probably, huh? I'll go Barbie since Kevin's pulled that bitch shit several times. And probably would go Barbie if I didn't pick it. So I'll pick Barbie.
Yeah, I mean, why not? It's got to be his number 1. So I have
fucking gay to play that way. That's why, Kevin.
To win?
No,
you pussy.
How is he? That's like saying it's gay to try and make a basket in basketball.
All right.
Oh, look at this guy.
Fair enough.
You're trying to score as many points as possible, so.
Look at this guy over there shooting fucking free throws like a real homosexual.
Making it in the basket like a real F word.
I mean, I have no choice but to try and take number 2, which has to be Blade Runner 2049.
You both scored points.
I bet I've scored more points.
However, it has brought this game to within spitting distance for Jeff because Blade Runner 2049 was number 3.
Oh!
Barbie was number 1.
Oh, is La La Land number 2?
La La Land was number 2.
That was going to be my other guess, but I was like, you know what? I'm not going to overthink it.
God
so,
damn it. Blade Runner 2049 is a 5-dicker. Why are people watching La La Land more than that? Damn it.
The score is Jeff 12, Kevin 14 at the end of regulation.
Oh!
La La Land is definitely better than Blade Runner 2049.
And for 5 points, whoever gets highest
wins
for Annette Bening.
Oh, no!
And Jeff, you get first crack. You get choice of first or second since you got the higher points on the last round.
I might have to take second because I can't think of a single Annette Bening movie.
I might be right there with you, Jeff.
Not even the one she was nominated for. Annette Bening. I'll go first. And hopefully I don't get disqualified. This is actually a film on her filmography. I'll go The American President. Or is it Mr. President?
I'm taking a
Michael
real
Douglas
shot in the fucking dark here, just like Jeff. I mean, was she in Bulworth? I guess I'll guess Bulworth.
A good one.
I have no fucking idea. I think she might have been married to Warren Beatty, maybe?
She was, yes, that is her. Or their brother and sister. I can't remember.
Maybe they're both.
No, they're definitely not both.
I'm going to look it up.
No, you don't look. She was married to Warren Beatty since she is married to Warren Beatty.
Okay.
Since 1992.
So maybe that's where they met. Maybe they met on the set of Bulworth, which I saw that movie in the theaters, and I don't think I've seen it since, where he's like a presidential candidate or some sort of political candidate, and he just fucking snaps and goes nuts and like starts hanging out with like hooded out people and starts acting all hooded out, and that was a really fucking weird one.
Man. I whiffed on one.
I think we both whiffed.
In a stunning turn of events, The person who thought they named a movie she wasn't in actually named a movie she was in. And the person who was pretty confident she was in a movie named the wrong Warren Beatty movie that she was in with him.
Oh, nutsack.
So Geoff wins because the American president is number 12 and she is not in Bulworth. You're thinking Bugsy is the one with Warren Beatty that she was in, where he was a gangster.
Was she in Dick Tracy?
Bugsy Siegel.
Was she in Dick Tracy?
No.
Shit,
No.
that would have been my other guess. Yeah. I don't. What movie is she nominated for again? We read the nominations on the show last week and I don't even fucking remember.
Nead.
Oh, yeah, that weird one. I don't know what it means.
The winner could have been, was it American Beauty?
Was number 2. American Beauty was number 2. That's why I thought you had a shot at this, Geoff.
I completely forgot.
1 and 3 I thought were Kevin could have gotten to really easily because she's in Captain Marvel and the Marvels.
Oh, shit. God
but
damn.
I had a feel like I thought American Beauty gave you a good shot, Geoff. I really did.
Well, he still won.
And, my personal favorite Annette Bening movie is The Great Outdoors.
Ooh. Yeah. Solid movie. I think
heard of that.
Number 17. She plays Dan Aykroyd's wife. And when they're fighting, when the families are fighting and John Candy's wife yells to Annette Bening, go find yourself a spin cycle. It took me until watching that movie as an adult to really understand how fucking cutting it was.
Is that like Sit and Spin?
No, because earlier in the movie, the wives are talking and Annette Bening says to her that the only way she can get pleasure is by sitting on the washing machine during the spin cycle.
Oh.
So in the heat of the argument, that's what John Candy's wife goes back to.
See, I haven't seen
Good line.
that movie in a few years, but I always remember loving that movie. Like the most legendary scene for me is when John Candy wants to eat that enormous steak to get on the Wall of Fame or whatever, get that prize. I'm surprised you haven't seen that. It's a solid flick, Geoff. I think you would like it.
The Great Outdoors?
Yeah, that movie fucking rules. John Candy and Dan Aykroyd.
When the bat gets into the house, that's a really good scene.
There's like a big thing with a bear at the end too, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Man, I got to give that a rewatch. It doesn't have good reviews though. But I don't know. I feel like I have such a soft spot for 80s movies that like, I don't know. Yeah, you might hate this 80s movie, but kicks fucking ass. Great Outdoors.
T-Dog McDrugs gave it 2 dicks on Letterboxd.
Yeah, he's a tricky one, that T-Dog McDrugs. I've seen some blasphemous shit from him. I don't remember what, but like there's some like 5-dicker that he gave 2 dicks to that's just like a universal 5-dicker. Hot takes, that guy. Some really hot takes. Well, Geoff, you whipped my fucking ass. Again. So good job, man.
I don't know about that. It came down to the wire and just was a tough category.
Well, I tip my hat to you. I'm fucking pumped for...
I like that it is getting more competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Sick of getting my dick kicked in.
But maybe the next one I'll do will be reverse Letterboxd, and we'll see who can get furthest away from the top.
I'm actually kind of. I'll load the Letterboxd game intro and just reverse it. Yeah, play it backwards, so it'll sound all demonic, like a fucking Judas Priest album.
I'll win by trying to get the most popular, by guessing the most popular movies.
Jeff's gonna fuck it up and pick all number ones.
Oppenheimer. Oh shit. Yeah. I like your odds, Geoff. If you stick to the plan, I think you'll be able to beat my ass.
Who the fuck? I didn't even know Paul Giamatti was in The Negotiator.
Dude, I watched The Negotiator a lot. I love that movie.
I feel like I've only seen it once or twice. I remember liking it, but like our rewatch piles seem to be vastly different. So you have these like movies that they're known movies, they're good movies. You're just so much more familiar with them than I am. So I think you might smoke
Samuel
my ass.
Jackson, Kevin Spacey, Bomb being played by J.T. Walsh. Giamatti's in there. Who else is in there? David Morse is in there. Trying to think of some other guys off the top of my head. I feel like that's all that I can get to. But Hank Schrader's in it. I think the guy Breaking Bad.
Dean Norris.
Yeah,
dude, he's in everything. He low key shows up in just like crazy fucking movies. He's in Terminator 2.
Right now,
he's one of the SWAT guys.
Like now that now that you know him from Breaking Bad, he is like one of those guys that it's like, oh wow, you were in mad shit, and I just never picked up on it.
Yeah, he was in Total Recall as like one of the smush-faced Mars mutants.
He was in Gremlins 2.
Yep, another SWAT guy in Gremlins 2.
Lethal Weapon 2.
How Breaking Bad was his breakout role, and he was just fucking amazing as Hank Schrader, and he never really had an opportunity before or since.
Yeah, he was just in fucking bangers left and right. Man, I told you guys about how I've been doing like that whole just watching a lot of 80s movies, like rewatching some classics like RoboCop and The Goonies, License to Drive, Jeff's favorite movie, Better Off Dead. What are your guys' thoughts on Clue?
I enjoy Clue. I haven't seen it in a while, but yeah, Clue is really fucking good.
Clue rules.
I watched that again. I've seen that movie like a million times, and I think I might have just been trying to like a little too hesitant and trying to be a little more conservative with my 5 dickers. But after this rewatch, I'm like, nah, fucking Clue's a 5 dicker. Like, I mean, sure. Tim Curry fucking crushes it. I feel like
the whole cast is on point.
Yeah, like you never get. How often do you get to see Christopher Lloyd be a sex pest?
I guess I didn't think of that.
He is mad horny in that movie.
That was like one of my father's like favorite movies growing up, and he had us watch it all the time, and I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think the most unsung hero of that movie is Eileen Brennan as Mrs. Peacock. Mrs. Peacock is so fucking funny in that movie, and I think for the most part, like growing up, that was the only movie I ever saw her in. And then I saw her in a few other things, and I was like, oh, wow, she was really acting her fucking ass off in that movie. That's like a completely fully formed, created new character. Like, she doesn't act like that in anything else. So fucking good. God damn, I love that movie. Fucking Clue rules. All right.
Put it up to Illuminati vote. What rules harder, Clue or The Negotiator?
Just fucking scramble everybody's brains with the most random votes ever.
I mean, I think most people would have to rewatch both to really weigh in. I feel like it's hard to find. It's hard. I think it's pretty random the fact that both of us. Well, I guess you haven't seen Negotiator that recently, but both of us have takes on that movie.
What about Point Break? That got rewatched over the weekend. Not an 80s movie, but at Carl's request, because she loves Point Break. And so do I.
What in terms of what? Like, is it better than Negotiator, or how do I feel about it in general?
I guess both. In general, and does it beat The Negotiator?
I fucking love Swayze. I have a Point Break t-shirt in my closet. I think like Negotiator is one of my favorite movies. I would go with The Negotiator over Point Break, but it's such a toss-up. I don't disagree. I wouldn't be mad if anyone disagreed.
Like I do love Point Break. I've seen it a million times, but I don't know if I can give it a 5-dicker.
When's the last time you seen Negotiator? Where is that streaming?
I have no fucking clue.
I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. Are you gonna? Is there a chance you can give it a rewatch?
Yes. Yeah.
If it's available anywhere.
Let me see. I'll look it up.
For rent or buy, according to Letterboxd
God damn it.
on Apple TV or YouTube.
Well, it is about to be the first of the month, and they do that, streaming changing of the guards, where they, everybody swaps around their fucking movie selections like a bunch of swingers. Let's see. Sometimes IMDb is a little bit more accurate than. Wow, I don't even know if you can rent it. You might have to just buy a physical copy of The Negotiator.
You want to borrow mine? Drive it over there to you.
I wonder if everybody's like, ooh, a spacey thing? Yikes. Do you have it on DVD or Blu-ray, Jeff?
I don't know. Let me text Cheech.
Man, I can't even find it on Prime.
I mean, we definitely had it on DVD at one point.
Fucking weird.
And I assume Cheech brought it with him to California, however many years ago he came here.
Well,
I'll have to fill you guys in probably on the Patreon. I can't imagine he gets back to me too quick. I think he's at the gym.
Okay.
Getting his swole on.
Well, either way, I kind of wanted to throw something out to the Puminati, and I've been a little nervous to do so because, people get angry about things, but...
Yeah. I'm interested. You piqued my interest.
If the Puminati's not interested, tell me to go fuck myself. Totally fine. But as the post-production on the movie is coming to a close, and I've sort of blown through a lot of the stuff I set aside to keep me afloat, and I've sold a whole bunch of my shit, I was thinking about starting a side Patreon of movie stuff. And if anybody in the Puminati is interested, where once a week, it's kind of like, I guess, the reverse of what the fuck did I just watch? Where instead of picking a shitty movie, I pick a classic or a five-dicker, or, do themed months. Like, obviously, October, do all horror movies, bust out some five-dicker horror movies, and do a rewatch, do a deep dive, give stories, tell jokes, give some, deep dive facts and shit like that. I'll watch, the director's commentary, pull the most interesting tidbits out of that. I don't know. Just an idea. Just throwing it out there. Testing the waters. See if anybody would... I know every time you're like, hey, here's a new thing, a new revenue stream, people sometimes get a little prickly about that. So, obviously not one of those things anybody's holding a fucking gun to your head to sign up for, but if I did such a thing, like a movie night with Kevin, would anybody give a fuck?
I got Kevin Kraft Sucks Patreon.
Kind of. Yeah.
Man.
Basically,
I know I would subscribe.
Well, you're a true friend, Jeff. I don't know, things like, just with how many times I have to go during business hours to do in-person stuff for the movie, all the meetings I have to take, and then all the additional stuff we're doing on Patreon. Like, if I were to just, go get a job at Ralph's, that would kind of fuck up our whole flow and schedule. So, I love bullshitting. I love talking for a living. I love fucking movies. So if you want to nerd out in movies with me, let me know. Otherwise, tell me to go fuck myself, and I will. I will grab the spikiest, most uncomfortable dildo I can find and shove it right up my stinky ass.
Dude, I'll fucking subscribe to this 5 times over if it keeps you out of working for Ralph's.
I mean, who knows? Like, I was talking with the team about, hey, we're getting close to this movie being finished. Like, and I'm as anxious as everybody else is. People keep asking, when's this going to be up? When can I watch the movie? And there's still a shitload of ifs. Like, if we sell it, it's kind of up to the streamer. Like, if a streamer buys it, will they just immediately throw it up? Will it be up there the next day? Will they wait? And I was talking to one of the guys about it, and he was like, out of the movies that I've sold, you're kind of at their mercy, and you never know. Like if you sell a horror movie, they might want to hold on to it until Halloween rolls around. If you sell them a comedy and they're kind of buying up other comedies and they kind of want to do a burst and be like, hey, here's 4 new comedies that just came out. You got to wait until they're ready to do it. So there's a lot of ifs. And sometimes movies don't even fucking sell. Like they were telling me about movies that they've worked on that had big name actors in it. Couldn't find a fucking buyer anywhere. So you never know.
Subscribe. Kevin Kraft sucks movie reviews.
I could be royally fucked if no one wants to buy this thing.
I don't believe that's going to happen.
Neither do I.
I think you're going to do some royal fucking.
That's the plan. But, yeah, just want to throw that out there. Test the waters. You know, whatever. Fuck me. All right, well, that takes us to the end of our journey, I suppose, friends.
I'll miss everyone.
I'm going to miss them too. But in
we'll
Patreon
see them
land,
next week.
Yeah, and if you're a part of the Patreon, you get a lot more of us. We do another Patreon podcast right after this one. We've got a whole shitload of Queef or No Queefs heading your way. Things are actually starting to heat up a little bit there and get interesting and competitive again. I think we've got maybe 14 more episodes left in this season.
And Kevin is not mathematically eliminated yet.
Nope. We're making Shuddy Boy fucking sweat sitting on top of his golden throne. Jeff and I got our forks and knives out, and we're hungry for Shuddy Boy's ass. I could have phrased that better. But yeah, patreon.com/MadScientistPartyHour. And you can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
Jeffro Records.
And at MSPH Podcast. And at John Cooper Movie. By the way, that whole thing I talked about sometimes movies not selling, the more Instagram followers they see, they think, oh, man, people must be hyped for this. So makes the movie look cooler, increases the odds of it landing somewhere where you'll be able to see it. So check it out, at John Cooper Movie. And
yeah, throw it on your Instagram stories, and maybe some people can follow as well who might enjoy R-rated comedies.
Yeah. Fucking raunchy ones that feature Jeff and Shuddy Boy. Maybe.
I got one.
Go over and go follow at BAF Snow on Instagram. Art's linked me up with them. They're a wax company for snowboards and skis, and I've got wax coming from them.
Oh, man.
Hopefully for the end of the season.
Shuddy White getting some fucking snowboarding sponsorships already. Look at this fucking guy.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. But yeah, go give them a follow and order some wax.
And if you love sports ball and gambling and Jeff, check out Outkick Bets with Jeff Clark. What do you have on the docket?
It's mostly golf. Actually, NBA and golf at this point. We'll do an NFL draft podcast. I hit a winner last week. I gave it out via writing, but I did not podcast about it. And I've had 10 outright wins in the PGA Tour since last year.
Holy shit.
And not a single one of them have I podcasted. I am cursed on this fucking podcast, but just leave me some positive feedback. Listen, I'll eventually break out of my podcast slump and bring my writing winning ways to the audio production.
Yeah. And if you'd like to see these episodes and not just listen to them, youtube.com/MadScientistPartyHour. It's all there, minus the Easter eggs, which you only get on the audio podcast version. But hey, thanks again for listening, everybody. We truly appreciate you all. And until next time, something.